What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's had a great day. It is Friday. It is the weekend, holiday weekend. Easter Sunday is upon us. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, the first XFL game. So if you're into XFL, that's going to be going on. I might live stream it. You know, I was after going to the Super Bowl in Miami, before COVID shut everything down, the XFL started out and we went to the very first XFL game, which was the DC Defenders against the Seattle, whatever they were, at the soccer stadium, the Audi Stadium in Washington, DC. And it was cold out. It was cold and windy. Nice stadium. Much better stadium, in fact, than FedEx Field, or excuse me, whatever the field, the football team's field. I don't know what it's going to be called. And I believe I actually have a couple of foam fingers from that game. So a little interesting tad bit there, which is cool because it's an opportunity for some guys to get a chance to live their dream and maybe get into the NFL. And of course is bringing in some of the new rules and things. Now tonight was great fun. I have been, I can't believe it's been this long. I have been doing live streams since 2016, Monday and Friday nights. And it's kind of crazy because when you watch the news or you watch, ESPN and things, they go through, they'll talk 5-10 minutes, then there's commercial break, and they'll come back, talk 5-10 minutes. But when you're doing a live stream, at least for me, and it's an hour long, I am talking for an hour straight. That's a long time to be talking where you're the only one talking. Tonight was great because I had my man Primetime Phil, I had Game Time Brian, and I had Space Cowboy join me. And I need to start doing more of these roundtables with some of the other YouTubers and things out there, because it's great to get somebody else's perspective of what's going on with Cowboys and feel how somebody else feels about what's going on around them. The thing is, we talked about if the Cowboys should draft a quarterback, if they should, which is kind of crazy, that the talking heads have bypassed the whole idea of Trey Lance being the starter. You remember before it was like, Trey Lance was brought in to bring out leverage against Dak. Now we're talking about getting a quarterback and having him sit behind Dak this season so he can take over next year. So if that's the case, let me I'm trying to understand this. If the Cowboys draft a quarterback in the first round, right? And Dak Prescott's walking after this year, then that means that you're going to be looking for him to take over the following year, right? Then what was the point of spending a 4th round pick to bring in Trey Lance, who you have to put a 5th year option on by May if you want to hold on to his rights for next year, the following year? Because then he's a free agent, can sign with anybody else. Now, Game Time Brian brought up, he said, he signs a contract with somebody else, you'll get a comp pick. Yeah, but unless somebody's going to pay him like 20, 25 million, you're looking at a 5th at best or 6th round compensatory pick. You gave up a 4th for him. And now you're talking about taking a number 1 pick that could be, another Tyler Smith or Travis Frederick, hopefully offensive lineman, and a need of a running back. Why would that make any sense? That's one of those ones that you're getting the conversation from the talking heads that are telling you it's interesting. The thing that's interesting to me right now is going back through. It's great to be able to go back and view what people said before, because we had the same conversation when Dak Prescott's contract was up. We heard things like the Cowboys should move on from Dak, let him walk, and trade for Derek Carr. You guys don't remember that? What if we had done that? What if we had done that? Because like people saying, like Doug Gottlieb was saying that the Cowboys should have traded up with the Detroit Lions to be in a position to draft Tua. And looking at saying, you just give up a couple number ones. Well, our number one pick in 20 was Micah Parsons. I'm sorry, CeeDee Lamb. And our number one pick in 2021 was Micah Parsons. So we could have had Tua still on his rookie contract. Dak Prescott would have left without any compensation, and we wouldn't have CD and Micah. You think that would have been a better solution right now than we have with Dak Prescott? Here's the reality. Here's the reality. I don't care who's going to be the quarterback. If it's going to be Dak Prescott, if it's going to be Trey Lance, if it's going to be a guy that you draft. It's not going to matter if you don't give him an offensive line and a running back and can stop the run in the playoffs. These things are not new problems for the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they're not complete idiots. They usually, for the most part, draft well, but nobody drafts 100%. They are good at finding homegrown talent, guys that are, undrafted. They are good at finding bottom-tier free agents and making them serviceable. Their problem is they believe the hype so much in their drafting and ability not to spend money in free agency that is preventing them from being a juggernaut that can win it all. And until they get beyond that and realize they can't just draft themselves a Super Bowl, we won't win one. And it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Until they do those things right. And I'll say like in The Color Purple, until you do right by me, everything that you touch is going to fail as far as winning the Super Bowl. So that's where we are. I honestly feel blessed. I feel blessed to be able to sit here and talk to you guys. I feel so blessed that we have over 100,000 subscribers. The thing I realize is it doesn't matter what it is you want to do. It's not going to be handed to you ever. What you have to do is you first have to believe that something can happen. The next thing, you got to work your ass off to achieve it. You can't live your life with regrets. I've always said to myself, I don't want to be that guy sitting in a bar that said, I could have been this or I could have been that. If you work hard enough at something and never give up, you can succeed. I appreciate all of you good people. And as always, please tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance again, so don't waste it. I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.